Gemini, welcome to the Renaissance Tarot. Welcome back to your funny and your most favorite Armenian guy, where I serve and I slay. So today, dear Gemush, I'm going to be doing your mid-monthly reading for November. Now, this is a general reading, so it may resonate with you and it may not. If it does resonate with you, then absolutely good for you. Dear Gemini, in this reading, I'm going to be taking a look at your recent past, present, and future. I'm going to clarify the main challenge, all the cards, and get some final advice. And at the end of the reading, I will pull 2 prompt questions that you will be discussing with your person. So, as you always know, I'm in your head, I'm on your mind. You know I'm a freaking Gemini. And I put the gem in Gemini. So I'm saying some sassy shit. Let's see what's going on. I just woke up. I mean, not just, but a little bit ago. Had my coffee, my Armenian coffee. You know what I'm saying? And I'm here to serve and to slay, starting the day with my Geminis. See what's going on. How are you guys doing during this Mercury retrograde, your ruling planet? Remember, I told you before, no little planet out there is going to control you. You're an alchemist and you're going to change the perspective and get the best out of this season. Okay. Okay, so Gemini, this is a very common theme right now. Your challenge is the 6 of Cups, and what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the 4 of Swords. Gemini, your challenge here has a lot to do with you constantly remembering about somebody from your past. Okay, 6 of Cups, if you have known my readings, for a long time, you know that this is about somebody from the past. This could be you constantly reminiscing and having flashbacks and memories with whom you were in a romantic relationship with, okay? Because these are general love readings, so this is a love reading, right? This is your challenge, and I think that you might be getting a lot in your head. As a Gemini, you have one of the most powerful minds, and your mind keeps an archive of a lot of things, a lot of memories, a lot of moments, right? For many of you, you're healing from something, definitely, okay, with the 4 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I think you're recovering. There is a recovery period that you have been going through, Gemini. You have the 4 of Swords, the Queen of Swords. King of Swords, Queen of Swords in tarot represents Gemini and Aquarius, Libra, but we're talking to my gems right now. You could be dealing with the Pisces, could be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm also getting a Leo here. Now, for a lot of you, this has a lot to do with how you're actually going to navigate, right? Is somebody coming back? Are you going to hear back from this person or not? A lot of times, this is what it can mean as well. We're going to find out soon. In the recent past, we have the Temperance, the 8 of Wands, and the 4 of Pentacles. So in the recent past, I do feel like here that there was an opportunity to make up with someone, like to basically recover a relationship. Maybe you reached out to somebody or somebody reached out to you. I am strongly getting here that in the recent past, there was this closed off energy. Somebody here was very closed off and neglecting and was not open to some sort of a conversation. We're going to clarify this shortly. In the present moment, you have the 9 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Page of Swords. So in the present moment, you are becoming very clear about your place in life, your place just in general in love as well, right? You have the Page of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. This is all about you, Gemini, okay? Queen of Wands, King of Wands. I know there is, all kinds of genders of Geminis watching me. So you're becoming like this new version of you. You're stepping into your power and you're finally realizing, Gemini, that yes, I mean, you can think about this person, you can have memories, but somehow it is affecting your own happiness. So you're focusing on your own happiness right now. You're doing everything and anything that you can to prioritize yourself. We're going to talk about this shortly. In the near future, you have the 3 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Strength. So in the near future, I do see here you slowly building yourself back up. I think that you're going to really step into your power. This Mercury retrograde seems to be not phasing you out that much. You may say, no, that's not the case, Arman, but I think if you're watching me, you are somebody that you know how to alchemize and how to transmute energy. So for many of you in the near future, slowly but surely, I see here you kind of like building your self-confidence back up again, your self-esteem, because this connection that you were in with, these memories, these flashbacks that you're having, I think that it kind of like affects your self-esteem in a way. Sometimes you may feel unworthiness. You may feel, why did this person did this to me, or why did it happen? But nobody's going to define your worth and your value here. So you are defining your worth and your value. And I think that you're going to start mastering the art of detachment actually very well. Okay, this month. The art of detachment here talks about where you don't put anyone on a pedestal. You don't focus on other people, other individuals. You know your worth and your value, and you don't chase anybody. And that's what happens when you stop chasing anyone, when you stop putting people on a pedestal from the past or wherever, then you become magnetic, because your energy is, completely focused on you, and that's very much drawing people back to you. Now, what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Swords. Like I said, you are healing. You might be kind of in isolation period right now. I think this situation that you are healing from, Gemini, is also allowing you to see this situation from a completely different perspective with the Hangman, okay? So let's get into your reading and let's clarify and see what is it that you need to know. Let's talk about the Six of Cups for you. Six of Cups, which is your challenge. Okay, this is about a past person. Okay, there is a soul connection here. There is definitely somebody on your mind constantly, Gemini. So the Six of Cups is clarified by the Justice, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Cups. You could have dealt or could be dealing with I'm getting Libra, possibly a Virgo, water sign. For many of you, I feel like that you have this sense that maybe there could be an opportunity here with this person. Okay, with the Ace of Cups, there is a spiritual connection. Your intuition is telling you that something is about to happen. And I feel like that, Gemini, the way that things ended between you and this person kind of like makes you feel as if it didn't make sense completely. Why did this situation, this relationship end the way that it ended? For many of you, I feel like that you also are recognizing the fact that, with the Ace of Cups, who are you offering your love to? Do you still want to offer your love to somebody from your past? And I know that some people may say, I want to offer my love back to the person, to an ex or whatsoever. That's totally fine. It's just you. I know maybe this message might be a very specific group of Gemini, so it's not always going to resonate with everyone. You know this, Gemini. I feel like you are really reevaluating your love life as deep as possible. Okay, who are you offering yourself to? Who are you going to open up yourself to? Because the spiritual connection might be there. Like, you might be really into this person. You want to make things work. But, with the reality of the situation here is, are you wasting your time constantly waiting or anticipating something? Or you could go and meet other people. I know this is not what everyone want to hear, but I'm not here to tell people what they want to hear. I'm here to tell them what they need to hear and what I'm channeling right now, okay? So for a lot of you, this past person keeps coming up in your mind and you're going back and forth. I'm seeing you're kind of contemplating, should I really, really offer my love to this person or not? Would I really want to be back with this person? And there is some sort of a apology that I see here that you may be anticipating. You might be even thinking about apologizing. It depends on case to case, but well, let's be honest. Why do we want to apologize, Gemini? Do we want to apologize because we're feeling guilty, or because we feel like we want to make it happen that the person comes back to us? Never lower your standards. Now, the Temperance in the recent past is clarified by the Knight of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Five of Wands. So in the recent past, and the Judgment at the bottom of the deck, Scorpio energy. In the recent past, Gemini, I see here many of you almost either getting married with somebody or developing a very strong relationship. However, there was a fight and an argument that took place between you and this person. I am seeing here somebody walking out of this relationship. It could have been you with the Knight of Swords heading out, just because there was too much drama going on, too much fight, too much arguments going on between you and this person. Five of Swords. There also might have been other people involved in this situation, which was really a big turnoff for you, because I feel like that maybe this person's family members That's what I'm strongly getting. Maybe they were intervening or friends, okay? So I feel like that the argument and the conflict that happened between you and this person really dismantled the relationship. Now, Eight of Wands in the recent past is talking about communication. And when this communication came in, this was either you talking to them or they were trying to talk to you. I do see here somebody here being very closed off. So the Eight of Wands is clarified by the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Okay, and the Moon at the bottom of the deck. You could have dealt with the Cancer also. So Gemini, in the recent past, I do strongly feel like here that there was a long distance relationship for some of you, or the separation that happened with the Two of Cups. Okay, cultural differences might have been a big thing as well here. So for many of you, I feel like that someone here had to make a decision, a tough decision, whether that was about relocation or, I don't know, driving long distance, or just in general trying to come out of their comfort zone as well. Okay, I'm seeing here you even had planned travel. You even had travel plans with this person in the past, and they didn't come with you, and it didn't happen. This is only for some of you. Now, let's talk about the Four of Pentacles in the recent past, Gemini. I do see here closed off energy. Okay, closed off energy with the Four of Pentacles. Somebody started pulling back. The Four of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Pentacles, Three of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. For many of you, I feel like that there might have been a possible third-party situation here, okay, that was happening, that was taking place, and that was a painful ending. I'm gonna say one thing, it's not gonna resonate with everyone, and we're gonna move forward to the present moment and into the near future. The person that you were dealing with, this person might have chosen their career over relationship, or they chose maybe money or just in general, okay, or somebody that maybe had the money over you, over this relationship, and that's why this might have affected yourself and your worth and your value, okay? That's just what I'm strongly getting here by looking at this. Now, in the present moment, Gemini, you have the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the Page of Swords. So in the present moment, you're reclaiming your power back. You're actually starting to focus on yourself. You're doing the things that make you happy. And with this Mercury in retrograde, of course, there is going to be memories and flashbacks coming back from the past. And you're trying to do your best, try to focus on your own happiness. So the Nine of Cups is clarified by the Magician, the Four of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune, and the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So Gemini, the Empress is talking about this nurturing energy, right? The divine feminine, if you're a male, take it as it resonates, but this is about finally pouring into your cup. You have the Magician, the Four of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. You can feel that something really good is about to happen in your life. That's what I've been predicting for Geminis actually for the past few months. And I feel like that with the Wheel of Fortune, there is an abundant opportunity. There is a turning point. However, if you're gonna wanna manifest something, if you wanna manifest a brand new beginning, Gemini, right? If you want to have a brand new start, are you still focused onto the past? Look at the Four of Cups, because there could be an opportunity here being presented to you, Gemini, and some of you could be still thinking about this person from the past, which is the Six of Cups, right? This nostalgia and memories. You don't want to miss out an opportunity here just because you might be fixated on a person, you know? And that's honestly, this is a lot of times what happens also when it comes to manifestation. You detach, you just do completely something different. You do breath work, you do meditation, you work on yourself, you improve your lifestyle, you focus on a project, and all of a sudden it's like your energy is pulled back to you and you're pouring into yourself finally. And then people start coming back. Why? Because they can feel the shift. It's all energy. You know what I mean? So you're finally manifesting something for you here, and you are the King of Wands, you are the Queen of Wands here. So you're putting your focus on you and you're becoming very clear about that, okay? And you may not know, but maybe there is a conversation that may happen. I don't know, I have to clarify that. So you're becoming very clear. The truth is being revealed to you for yourself, like Ace of Swords, the Sun, and the Hierophant. One of the best combinations that I've seen so far, okay? This is about choosing happiness and becoming extremely honest and truthful with the Ace of Swords and the Sun. What does happiness look like for me? And the Hierophant is about commitment. Who am I committing myself to? And what am I committing myself to that's gonna make me happy? A lot of you maybe are tarot readers, maybe you know already the tarot and everything, you know what I'm talking about. You know, your intuition is very strong, Gemini. And I don't want to hear people saying, oh, 1 week you're saying this, the next week you're saying this, because energies change and they shift. Somebody made that comment under Aquarius's video, and I had them gone, because girl, this is not, you know what I'm saying, some fixed energy type of a thing, you know what I'm saying? And I don't choose, it's just I'm channeling the messages. This week the message may be for you, next week it may not. But here's the thing, you may come back and watch the reading months later and you will say that it was your reading. So I know you're gonna refrain from like judging too soon, but that's just what I want to say, you know what I mean? So right now, what I'm seeing here for you is your main priority, Gemini, is about focusing on your own happiness. You might be even finding joy and happiness into committing yourself to something, to a situation here where you're like, you know what, this is going to be my main focus, and you're becoming very clear about that. And when you become clear about your goals, your aspirations, and your sense of direction, the universe responds. The universe says, you know what, here's the wheel of fortune, here is an opportunity. You just need to shift your focus from the past people, places, things, situation into what you truly want. So Page of Swords, you might have someone kind of like either resurfacing or having something to tell you, okay, from the past. Let's clarify. That's what my intuition is telling me. So the Page of Swords is clarified by the World, the Hangman, and the King of Cups, and the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I feel like that, you know, it's like interesting how the story flips and changes, because you know, when you get out of a breakup and a heartbreak, Gemini, and sometimes the other person may pretend, oh my gosh, everything's perfect in my life, I'm doing great, I ditched Geminis, you know what I'm saying, F Geminis, whatever. And then you're healing, right? You're healing, you're recovering, you're like kind of in your mind, you're shaping yourself and you're becoming the best version of yourself. And then what ends up happening is that it changes and it flips. Then the other person realizes that they messed up. Then they try to meet other people, date other people, and they realize that they can find the same level of fun and commitment and happiness and creativity that they found with you. So the person that you had a heartbreak with, that you had a separation with, there is the World, that the cycle was closed off. They're hung up on you with the Hangman and the King of Cups. Okay, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, could be any other 4 fixed signs. So this person wants to kind of like see if there is going to be a new chapter with you or a new opportunity. And that's something that you're going to have to decide. 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords. Okay, so this person hasn't done the healing yet. They're still hurting. They're actually hurting a lot. And they just want to have, like, they acted like they didn't, but they're actually hurting. And you have the 4 of Swords at the bottom of the deck on your main deck. So this is talking about, you know, as I said, that you're recovering. Remember, I said that in the beginning of the reading, that you're recovering from this heartbreak, you know? So that's what I'm seeing here. There could be a conversation in regards if there's going to be an opportunity to build something. So let's clarify the 3 of Pentacles for you in the near future, Gemini. Some of you could give this a chance, but I'm feeling like many of you are going to focus on building something else. I don't know. We'll have to see. So the 3 of Pentacles in the near future is talking about building something, okay? Collaboration, cooperation. So it's clarified by the 9 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords, and the 6 of Cups. This person is going to come back. Okay, this person is going to resurface again because you have the 6 of Cups as the challenge as well. Gemini, I want to prepare you for this, because when this person comes back or they resurface, I'm seeing here you kind of being a little bit in your head back again with the 9 of Swords. You know, you could be kind of like thinking, oh my gosh, like, I don't know, I think I healed from this, I overcame, I'm not sure if I really want to get back with this person. You know, I don't know if that's the right move right now. And the 6 of Wands, you could be entering into a new territory in your life. You could be already having that Wheel of Fortune opportunity, and this person resurfaces, and you need to be very vigilant and very careful in how you're going to navigate through this situation and how you're going to allow this person to be back into your life. So 9 of Pentacles, I think you have some sort of a major vision or goal. This is about money, career, business project that you have in front of you. And that's what your main focus here is going to be. So the 9 of Pentacles is clarified by the 7 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Okay, so for a lot of you, I feel like you want to You're setting boundaries, okay? You might have financially struggled in the past. You just want to focus on your money situation. Maybe a lot of you are wanting to launch a project. I also had a revelation yesterday, actually, when I was thinking about like specifically doing the air signs, and I was like, Gemini, what revelation am I getting for Geminis? Many of you want to be a content creator and you want to be out there. You want to put yourself out on YouTube, Instagram, or just on social media. I don't know what's holding you back. Like, you're literally one of the most powerful communicators. You're great on camera. You should put yourself out there, Gemini, if that's what you have been thinking. Let this be your confirmation, okay? You got to bet on yourself and, you know, and show up consistently. And I know that you will be successful. So in the near future, for many of you, there could be even somebody like trying to make an offer to you with the Page of Cups. New love could come into your life, or someone that maybe you were very much interested in. They could make a love offer to you. This person could be a Leo, doesn't have to be. But I'm seeing here you ending your Mercury retrograde, kind of like that period, in a very strong way, you know what I'm saying, very successfully. So the strength in the near future is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Three of Swords. So Gemini, you have taken the time, unlike a lot of other people who jump from relationship to relationship, you've taken your time to pause and to reflect, right? Standing still and healing from your heartbreak. You have done the work. You have become really strong. You have really mastered the art of detachment. And that's why you have the strength at the end of your reading, which means that you actually have created this new version of you, that you turn your pain into power, and that this breakup actually didn't break you. It actually made you. You know what I mean? So you've done the work within yourself, and you have the Four of Swords at the bottom of the deck. And when you do the work, when you heal your soul, when you heal your heart, when you become clear on your standards and what is it that you are going to tolerate and what is it that you're not going to tolerate anymore, then you're going to start seeing people wanting to come back into your life, or new people surfacing, new people coming and saying, you know, they want to have a relationship with you. And you have your options in front of you, you know? So that's a self-concept work that people actually need to do. And you have the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So there is definitely a new opportunity that also seems to be coming for you in the horizon. Okay, for some of you, this could be a job or money opportunity. Now, Gemini, let's get into your advice. What is the advice for you? So Gemini, your advice here is the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Cups, okay? And the King of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so for many of you, it really comes down to clearing your mind from this confusion. And you're doing that, I think, you know, because you might be kind of feeling you're being pulled by too many directions, right? The Knight of Wands, the Knight of Cups. You might be feeling your emotions could be a little bit up and down right now. You know, one moment you are feeling extremely passionate, extremely driven. The next moment you are feeling kind of nostalgic and in your feelings and in your emotions. Your advice, the advice here with what I'm really starting getting with the Seven of Cups is really to take a step back. Please just zoom out from this situation, because sometimes when you think of one thought, it creates another thought and then another thought and another thought, right? And there is this confusion that comes up in front of you and you're like, I don't know what to do. I don't know why I'm so heavily feeling this person's energy around me. That's why I'm saying everyone needs to do breath work and meditation to regulate their nervous system so that their body is in a safe place. You know what I mean? So I think that's what you're gonna need to do, and I feel like you're working on that. It's just that you are in the middle of like reshaping your worth and your value, redefining your worth and your value, and putting up your standards. Just because you miss somebody from the past, just because you are thinking of someone from the past, it doesn't mean you have to get back with them right away or at all. And that's a decision up to you. And this message is something that is only going to be received with the right group of Geminis out there that need to hear this today, okay? Now, I'm gonna pull 2 cards for you as prompts, okay? I pulled this for everyone else, and we're gonna close off the reading. So I'm gonna pull one from the intimacy one, and then the other one is life. So let's see what question, what prompt would you actually discuss with whoever is either the new person or the old person. Okay, so Okay, so what's one memory of us that you think back to when you're feeling distant? So memories, again, what is one memory? You might be thinking about the intimacy that you had with this person or the romantic moments that you both shared together. So even if you think of it and you get in your feelings, just appreciate it and just be grateful that it happened. That's one thing here. And how would you describe your financial status, right? This is like a random question kind of a thing from the life. How would you describe your financial status? And I was talking about earlier actually that for many of you, you want to improve your financial situation here, right? So that's something that you're focusing on right now. So you might be in the middle of these two worlds, two timelines of love, relationship, somebody from the past, and the decision to focus on yourself, on your finances, on your entire life, and improving and becoming the best version of yourself, which I believe that you are doing that. So dear Gemini, this is what I had for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love you so much, and I will see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.